Intel. Just think about that name. It's been stamped inside pretty much every computer you've ever touched. For decades, they were the undisputed kings. But right now, that king is on the ropes, making a massive trillion-dollar gamble that could change everything, including the device you're watching this on right now. And it all really boils down to this one huge question. Are we about to witness the greatest comeback story in the history of tech? Or is this giant about to take a fall for the ages? To really understand the comeback, you have to feel the crisis. Get this. In the last 90 days alone, Intel lost $2.9 billion. And no, that is not a typo. Billions with a B. That's the kind of number that sends absolute shockwaves from Wall Street all the way to Silicon Valley. So that brings us to Act 1 of our story, the giant stumbles. Let's dive inside the numbers and see just how deep this billion-dollar bruise really is. And wow, the damage is everywhere. Their gross margin, which is basically the profit they make on their products, is way down. Their operating margin, what's left after running the whole company, has cratered even deeper into the red. And by the way, GAAP just means the standard accounting rules, and no matter how you slice it, this isn't just one bad quarter, it is a massive signal that the old way of doing business at Intel is fundamentally breaking. So what do you do when you're hemorrhaging billions of dollars? Well, you have to make some agonizing choices. Intel is taking a nearly $2 billion hit just to restructure, and they're cutting 15% of their workforce. For a company this huge, that is a massive, painful move designed to stop the bleeding and get lean for the fight that's coming. But, the cuts are just the defense. Now we get to the offense. Welcome to Act 2, the audacious pivot. See, Intel isn't just trying to survive. It's placing two gigantic, company-defining bets to try and win the entire future of tech. And you can hear the whole strategy right from the top. The leadership team says they are laser-focused on two things: their AI roadmap and building a financially disciplined foundry. Now, those aren't just buzzwords, folks. That is the literal blueprint for a complete reinvention of Intel. And this shift is just stunning. The old Intel, it was a closed-off empire, basically a castle, making its own chips for PCs. The new Intel wants to be a global platform with two massive missions. First, to power the world's AI, and second, to build chips for everyone. And yeah, that even means its biggest rivals. Okay, so first up, bet number 1, dominating the AI battleground. We all see companies like NVIDIA just riding this AI rocket ship to the moon. Intel has decided it can't just watch from the launch pad anymore. It's going all in to be at the absolute heart of the AI revolution. And we're already seeing the first little green shoots. While other parts of the company are shrinking, their data center and AI group is actually growing. It's a small step, yeah, but in a storm like this, any growth at all is a huge signal that this bet might just be starting to pay off. And this isn't just talk. They're launching new Xeon 6 CPUs built specifically for AI. Their next-gen Panther Lake chips are on track. And maybe the most shocking thing of all, they're now partnering with their biggest rival, NVIDIA, putting Intel CPUs inside NVIDIA's top AI systems. I mean, that's like Ford deciding to put a Chevy engine in a Mustang. It shows you they will do whatever it takes to win in AI. But AI, that's only half the story. Their second bet is even bigger, and honestly, even bolder: to become the world's factory for computer chips. Now, this whole strategy is built around one single word: foundry. So what is a foundry? It's actually a pretty simple idea with world-changing implications. Just think of it like a factory for hire. A company like Apple or NVIDIA or even AMD can design a chip, and then they'll go to Intel to actually build it for them. Intel wants to go from being a competitor to being the essential manufacturer for the entire tech industry. But this gamble is incredibly expensive. Look at this. The new foundry business brought in over $4 billion in revenue, which is great news. The catch? It lost over $3 billion just doing that. They are literally burning cash to build the world's most advanced factories, betting that one day the entire tech world is going to come knocking on their door. Which brings us to our final act, the cliffhanger. Because after all the painful cuts and all the massive, massive bets, the next 90 days could literally decide everything for Intel. So Intel's mission for the next 90 days, it's simple: get to zero. After quarters and quarters of losing money, their official target is to just break even, to stop the financial bleeding completely. If they hit that target, it would be a massive signal to the world that this crazy, audacious turnaround is actually working. And that's exactly why this isn't just about a stock price. The real question is whether these massive bets on AI and chip making will reshape our future. You know, the phone in your pocket, the AI you use every day, the next gadget you can't live without, they could all end up being powered by this new intel. So here's the bottom line. The next 90 days could be the most important in Intel's entire history. This is the moment the giant either gets back on its feet for good or stumbles for the last time. The greatest comeback story in tech really does hang in the balance. So I have to ask, what do you think is going to happen?